Hey, hit that. Hello. I know it's a bit echoey right now, but just give it a moment. Perfect. Okay. That should be good. Hopefully there's no echo. Please let me know if there's an echo so I can try to fix it. There are some clear bins I think in my office that have a couple carded things and then a couple clear bags of kits. Maybe by the printer. Okay. So, let me know if it's still echoey while... Perfect, thank you. So this is like kitty things that we can do as the giveaways. Put those in a box. Am I forgetting anything? Gee, Louise, hi. So we had okay, perfect. Echo is gone. Thank you, Ainsley, for confirming. So we had a little bit of a hiccup in a glitch in our broadcasting, so it took us a minute to get that ready. Thankfully, Ainsley is just so stinking smart, and she's so good with technology that she helped me. It's crazy. I feel old that I can't even figure that out by myself anymore. Like, I have to ask my younger cousin how the heck to even do things, which is crazy. All right. We have let's say probably some of my more favorite jewelry that we are doing again today. Jean was amazing, and she picked out some new products for me to work with, so I know you guys will be super excited for that. Pre-orders were doing good. You'll need to watch the replay then, Debbie. All right, let's say hi to everybody. Peggy, she's here, and Glenna and Lisa and Candy and Connie. Looks like Cookie's in here too. Yay, yay, yay. Hey, check it out. Painted nails. Woohoo! The green. And I'm wearing a little bit of makeup. And then I got my hair cut a little bit earlier this week. It doesn't look much different, but I did give my layers some good attention. So it's a little more curly now. Lighten it up. But yeah, so crazy enough, I have been on a green kick lately. Green has been my color for whatever reason. Oh, do you want to pick out a scoop for the last lot? Because I did not do that. Here's the chalice. I will forever be calling it the chalice. Drink all the vintage up. Oh, yes. So there are a couple designs. Well, I think, so the earrings, the filigree earrings, and one of the dragonfly necklaces were actually made this morning. So. Oh, yeah. Yes. And don't forget, Uncle Doug is going to be demoing how to make the spatulas today. But I have been on a green kick. I got green eyeliner, which I'm not wearing today. I did green nails. I just bought green sheets to go with my gold comforter. You know what else is green? My dew. My Mountain Dew. And I used a green cab in one of the necklaces, so we're just loving green today. Storming like crazy in South Carolina. Ooh, Monica got her hair chopped. So fun. Okay, let me put something on the screen for you guys to look at because I didn't even do that. We were just rushing this morning because of all the little difficulties that we were having. So let's Ugh, let's not throw up. Let's put out the earring kits here so you guys can take a peek at those. We'll do this one first because there's just a tiny bit more of this one than there is of the other one. So I'm going to get the pieces set out. But yeah, tell me what your color kick has been lately. because usually I'm doing like coppers and golds and bronze colors, but then all of a sudden I just green like the grass, green like tree leaves, all of it. So let me know if you've had some sort of kind of different color kick that you've been on recently. But this kit does come with everything. It's right here on the other side of the display there. The kit here comes with everything that you need to make these earrings. I'm going to go up just a tiny bit. Bring these eye pins down here. And get these out. These are probably one of my favorites. So we just have a limited number of full kits for this because I didn't have a whole ton of the beads, and I kind of wanted to give you guys something that you could make a full kit of beads and everything. So there is a limited number of kits on these, so grab those up. But I did create listings for the dragonflies and these really cool fans. So I did that so you guys could grab those. There's also spooled bar chain. And then these were also super, geez, keep on knocking this around. These were also super limited. And then I did add a little bit of a larger size in the combo kit. So lots of fun jazz today, but let's get this Carter number up here because I know that they're gonna sell out by the time the weekend's over. So we'll do this one, cart 100. Beautiful. Gorgeous. I'll show that in a second.
Yep.
So cart 100 for the earring kit. If you're new here, all you have to do is type cart 100 in the comments, or you can visit the website down there, vintageliveshop.com, and you can buy direct from the website. To purchase from the comments, all you have to do, like I said, is type in the cart 100 right above my head, and then that will prompt your cart in your Facebook Messenger app, so you can choose quantities, colors, etc. And hopefully I stop freezing, because that is no fun. We don't like it when I freeze. So hopefully you caught all of that. But let's go through a few of these components once the blur stops. Come on. Come on. Maybe I'll have Kieran. Can you turn off the Wi-Fi on my computer? Yeah, that would be wonderful. Sometimes we like to turn off Wi-Fi on other devices just so we get everything that we need here. It's still looking a little blurry, but there are some really great inspiration pics in the live shop. So we have this. It has like this etched pattern. It is pre-painted with turquoise paint, but I top coated it with some verdigris to kind of match these beads that are also used in the kit. These are so cute. Oh, I know. I love the leather cord bracelet, Kimmy. It is so fun and adorable. It's so cute. So we have these really pretty verdigris beads. And then we have this etched ring. Get 2 of these puppies. These are plated in 10K gold. A 6-inch section of bar chain, because you only need 2 of these. So I wanted to show you guys that you can use bar chain as a finding and not just a chain, which I thought were perfect for the top little bars on the earrings here. So we did that. It also comes with the eye pins and then that really cool dragonfly. Super detailed dragonfly. Look at those wings. So this is the up close of the earring there. But this kit comes with everything that you need to make these earrings. We only have 10 of these left. And then we only have 3 of the other ones. So grab them up. Grab them up. Grab them up. And then all you have to do to change the color of this is add a top layer of paint And then you take your block, your vintage relief block, and then you bring out your brass again after you top coat it with whatever color you wanted to change it to. So super fun. It even comes with the jump rings that are in the finished design as well. So these ones are super, super, super cool. Oh yeah, you guys have some really good ideas for these fans. Love in the comments. So fun. Hi, Beaver Island Jewelry. Nice to see you in here. I haven't seen you in here before. Obsessed with that kit, Debbie says. You guys are so fun. Carlene's here. So fun. So fun. Everything's so fun. All right, I'm going to bring this kit off because we will probably revisit it when we bring out the fans and the dragonflies. But let's go on to the other kit. This one was even more limited than this first earring kit. Get these pulled up here because we will revisit that.
A lot of smalls in that one.
Yeah, lots of tinies.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. This is the other earring kit. These are copper-plated butterfly beads. And then they come with the marquee ear wire plated in antique copper, along with the eye pins plated in antique copper. And then you have these really unique blanks that come with it. And I don't want to paint them because, like I said before, super limited. But all you have to do, or all I did on this pair, is add Cinnabar paint, and then I use that relief block to bring out those higher sections of brass there. So this one's super cool. I have to find the item number for these, so we may be able to potentially get them back. I think I only had enough for a sample quantity, so let me get that next one up here. That will be cart 101. These little butterflies, I thought Peggy would just lose her mind on these. She
Especially
loves
if she had to
butterflies.
Oh, I thought you meant the feather thing.
Oh no,
or
those are pre-hammered.
Pre-hammered.
So no hammering on that.
Dang.
So yeah, there's that copper-plated bead. So cute. Love it. Love it, love it. These are adorable. And they're such a great length for earrings. It's just a simple... All you have to do really is put your eye pin through the butterfly there, create a loop, and then just attach your ear wire and your blank down here at the end. Ooh.
So, no, don't stay away. This is...
She said, I have lots of vintage things, so have been staying away, but I'm back.
Good. We love to have you here.
She's back. Back for some good inspiration, because we all could use some great inspiration from time to time. Peggy goes, I love butterflies, so of course I saw those instantly. I believe it. Did you get the little butterfly that I sent you as a giveaway? I thought you would just adore it. That circle, like, imprinted butterfly that was, like, a bunch of different colors and shiny. It was like a crystal-y thing. I thought you would just love it, so I sent it. Looks like Cookie's grabbing one of these. I think there may be only 2 left after Cookie grabs hers. We'll see. Yeah, she's got to check out. This one, there's only a quantity of 3, so if you want it, grab it now and check the heck out. So you can confirm that it is yours. But this one's super cute, so easy to make, and they're so great. So beautiful. And like I said, look at that, perfect length. Love it. Oh, awesome, Peggy. I'm glad. See, the more I learn about you ladies, the more that you comment, I'm going to be sending you gifts that are curated for you. So if I know you like a specific color or a specific animal or a specific style, I'm going to curate the gifts to your style. So keep that in mind as you're...
Butterflies for Debbie.
Yes. So keep commenting. Make sure you share everything that you love with me so I can kind of get to know you. Looks like Linda's getting this kit too. So better check out because I bet there's only going to be one left. And it might get stolen right from underneath you. So, stolen. I wouldn't call it stolen, but maybe. Maybe some would.
Leveraged right off.
Yeah. So be careful. Make sure you check out. Everything is free shipping. Everything. Order how many times? 10 times. Order 10 times. I will merge your orders, ship it for free, and you're going to love it.
Debbie loves the special gifts.
Yay! See? I told ya. It works. It works. All right, I'm going to push this kit up because we need to take a sneak peek at this giveaway. The big giveaway at the end. Oh, speaking of giveaway, we're going to do one at the beginning too because last week's didn't get claimed.
Oh.
That's out.
Where's that one?
That's out in the main room. It's in like the packing white bin that I use to pack the warehouse orders. So I almost forgot. Let me take this down real quick. We're going to be doing 2 giveaways. One right now, and then the other big giveaway at the end. So make sure you get your hearts in, ladies. Got to get them in early. We should probably tell you guys how to do that. So let's do this thing. Remember that button? That big red heart there? All you have to do is click that heart reaction, and you will be entered into the giveaway. So, did you find it?
Good.
Awesome. He's going to bring that over here. So, get those hearts in, and then we're going to do our drawing for the giveaway. And all you have to do is make a purchase on the warehouse sale website, the vintagelifeshop.com, and then we ship it to you with your order. Free. And it's a huge giveaway. Oh my goodness. Wow, that one's gorgeous.
This is the one from last week.
Yeah.
Went unclaimed.
You guys probably remember some of it, but here's the giveaway. All of these amazing components. I really like this as a background, actually.
Yeah, it's a nice
this felty one.
Yeah, it looks better than the other one. We'll keep it out here.
Yeah. Look at that. That filigree is insane. This crystal is amazing. We got some coin chain in here, some gold coin chain, a massive dragonfly, a preset cab. We have a pre-painted wood piece. Look at that ring.
Yeah, get those loves in now.
Oh my goodness, that's what I'm saying.
Get those loves in.
And then that massive filigree, you guys, this is such a good giveaway. We're gonna be doing this one right now because the last week's giveaway was not claimed. So you guys get to claim this one. So I think that's been just about enough time.
Refresh this here.
So we're gonna refresh our version of the live, and then we're going to do our giveaway. It might just take a moment. Perfect. All right. So we're getting in there.
Is that here?
Yep. So you have a 1 in 24 chance of winning this giveaway. Looks like there's a ton of hearts already. All right.
I can't win.
You can't win, Uncle Tug.
Okay.
I think we should probably refresh it one more time because I found a few more hearts popping in. So I just want to confirm that we have everybody for the giveaway.
Yep, right, 2 more.
Cool. All right. Are you guys ready? A 1 in 25 chance to win this giveaway. So I'm going to go all the way down first so you guys all load in here. All right.
Okay, now go crazy.
We're going crazy. I'm not even looking. Kimmy! Kimmy Crabtree.
Crabtree.
You win the giveaway today, and I know you probably already purchased. So we're going to write your name nice and big in Sharpie on that bag. So, Kimmy, that is your winner chicken dinner. I'm going to do Winner. Winner. Kimmy. Oh, you have to go back to her name. I want to make sure I do it right.
Crabtree.
Is that with a C?
Yep.
Cab tree. I hope I'm spelling your name right, Kimmy. Winner, winner. Yes, I did. Ooh. Kimmy is always amazing.
There we go.
Yay, yay, yay. Uncle Doug's going to pack that up for you. Beautiful. All right. So first giveaway's done. Remember, we are doing one more giveaway.
One big one at the end.
Yeah, one more big giveaway at the end, and then we're going to do a few more giveaways throughout the live. So stay tuned. Don't forget to hit that heart button because that's how you enter. And then all you have to do to claim it is make a purchase, and then we'll ship it to you with your order. Woohoo! How fun. I love it. All right. Now we need to dig into some fun designs here. What should I start out with? Maybe we'll start out with this one because I tied this in a knot because I didn't put a clasp on it. That was my little cheat sheet to keep it up on the display. But I think I'm going to do the green cab first. Foot surgery gift. Oh! Well, good. I'm glad that you're getting a little something special after having foot surgery. All right, so we're going to do this one first. Some of you already have this filigree. So if you don't have this filigree, I have been keeping all of the old photos in the product listings. So there's probably a good 4 or 5 different designs that I have done with this filigree. So if you don't have it, you're going to want to pick it up. So I'll put that up as a cart number as well. Cart 102. Better beat the storms and get myself to the supermarket. Stay safe, everyone in the line of fire today. I'll check in and out as I'm shopping. Sounds good, Debbie. You be safe too. For sure. Okay. So this is one of the necklaces. This green cab here is in the crystal pack that was uploaded this morning. Hopefully that'll focus here. So I'm going to pop the crystal pack up right now, just in case you want to grab it while we're working on this one. And then I'll show the full crystal pack here in a moment. So I'm going to kind of scoot this over just a bit.
This one was a little bit generous here, I think.
Well,
it's still cupful.
No, that's good.
That's pretty good.
I think it looks a little more full because there's a bunch of teenies in there.
Yeah, there's lots of teenies.
Teenies and tinies. Okay, so let's get this crystal pack on while we're looking at this one. Yes, you better always check the design pictures. Hi, Chris. Just because, like I said, I'm keeping all of the design inspirations in the products that I have been working with. Just so it's easy for you to say oh, I have this and I can make these 4 different designs, or I want this because I can make 4 different designs. Yes, on the crystal pack, says Rosa. The crystal packs are always so fun, and it's been a minute since I have done one. Don't worry, I know I'm going off screen just a little bit here, but I'm just making sure that I get everything out because this is a really good crystal pack. Let me tell ya. All right. So I'm going to scoot this over just a bit. I'm going to zoom in. So in the crystal pack that I'm showing right now, which you will be able to make, actually I think I included all of the crystals that I used in each of my pieces except for the jewelry kit because or the earring kit, just because those were super limited. But these pink beads were used in the filigree necklace, so were the Rivolis in the filigree earrings and necklace. These 4 were used in the leather bracelet. These two were used as another bracelet with that blank. I included a couple bails up here, as well as a couple slider beads that go with the bracelet. So essentially, I think you can buy the crystal pack and it will have everything that you need to make that leather bracelet. Which I should probably pop that out. We'll demo this one next after we do this green cap wrap. So stay tuned. But yeah, I think all of the crystals that I use and the filigree earrings here, I'm going to show you real quick. I used a bit of a larger pearl. I didn't have a whole lot of these, so I did include 2 smaller pearls in case you wanted to do something kind of like it. How do I access your design picks? They're in all of the product listings on the warehouse sale. So all you have to do is flip through the listings and they will all be there. And then I think we're going to come up with some sort of kind of like a page of just design inspiration. I think that would be amazing. So I do want to talk to Jean about doing that. Just kind of like a whole page of just like beautiful pictures. Yeah.
Gallery.
Just a gallery of just amazing pictures. Yes, it's gorgeous. The leather bracelet's so fun. And I'm going to teach you a new technique with the leather bracelet. So
it would be nice in that gallery to have a summary description with the item numbers that were used in the design.
All I have to do is copy my product listings probably and be able to send those to you guys. Okay, so that's the crystal pack. You got a pretty good look at it. We'll bring it back out. But let's get on to wrapping this. Hopefully, did I scoop all those out? Wrapping this cap here to make this gorgeous necklace, which is absolutely stunning. Yay! I'm pretty sure Jean is typing as vintage, and she goes, I can work on that. She is amazing. Jean, I just love Aunt Jean so much. She was helping me so much this morning, you guys. You have no idea. It was so fun. Ainsley and Jean just need to move back here.
Fat chance, right?
So that way, me and Ainsley can be here together. Kind of like how like Mackie and Taya are like doing things together now. I need a little Ainsley next to me. You guys would lose your minds. No, I'm saying like on screen. You guys would lose your minds if Ainsley and I were on a live together. Oh, you guys. That would be crazy. Ainsley and I would probably be laughing nonstop. Not even kidding. Oh my gosh. Just like having sleepovers with Ainsley was amazing. And we would just laugh our butts off to the point where we probably couldn't even breathe. Oh, I know. You guys love it there. But I just miss you guys. And I miss hanging out with my beautiful, amazing cousin, Ainsley. Well, all my cousins are amazing and beautiful, but I just have a certain sweet spot for my Ainslers. My little Ainslers. You should have seen us in high school together. Oh, man. We've sang together, and yeah, it would be all jokes and giggles. See, I told you guys. So right now we're going through and we're bending up the portions that we need to wrap this. So I took a nice section down here from the bottom. This is going to cup the bottom of the filigree here. Just like that. So you want a good cup over top so you can get a good cup on the side and then it won't come off because we did do just a smaller cup here on the top just to keep it all in there. So I'm going to go back on this other side. And another reason why I would love to have like the jewelry inspiration page is because sometimes it's a lot easier if I were to put what's the word I'm looking for? Like items together.
Similar, yeah.
Like similar used items.
Complementary.
Yes. Just like that. Okay. I need to bring this side up just a bit more because the cab that we're working with is kind of oval and elongated, so
we do have the DIY network too, right?
yeah,
We have quite a few that share on there.
yeah.
So maybe the gals who share on the DIY network can also include components that they used for other people to take inspiration from and order those. Maybe that's just an idea.
Yeah, that would be good. All right, this is a good small cup there at the top, so I'm going to make my big cup here probably at the bottom.
Even you don't pay. Yeah. I'll give you my component list.
Well, like I said, Uncle
It's
Doug's
really-
going to be doing his own
It's
demo
really
today.
That's right. Stay tuned.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that after this leather bracelet. Just as like a little intermission thing. Would you guys like that? Would you guys like having a gallery of all of the jewelry that I've made? Kind of for the, like, on the website, the warehouse website? I'm just curious. Curious what you think. Because I do value everybody's input. And I take constructive criticism very well. All right. We don't like the mean criticism, but we love constructive criticism. Stuff that you can work on. That's looking pretty good. I'm going to bend my corners kind of. There's just a little bit of a gap, which I want to close up on the sides here. I don't want to pinch myself. Be careful when you have your pliers. There we go. Cup those up. I'm going to fold my bottom up just so I have a good stance. And I'm working from side to side. I'm not really going from the middle quite yet. I'm just going back and forth just to clip it down nice. Crimp it down. And I'm going to kind of do just the top over up. Yes. Okay, they said they would love a gallery, so. Oh my gosh, that was a lot of comments on that. Okay, Angie, and that's definitely something that we're going to have to work on, is getting a really pretty gallery. Kind of like the inspiration page, I'm thinking, maybe. Like the vintage inspiration page on the retail site. Something like that, maybe. Just with the more pretty, like, backgrounds and things. So I think the inspo on vintage inspiration, I think that was all done on a white background. And I think it would be so pretty just to have a full gallery of just gorgeous pictures that everybody can flip through. I'm starting to crimp my sides in. See that there's a bit of a gap there, so we still got to keep crimping. And then this top part is going to fold down too. Or you can get rid of that, one or the other. I think I did get rid of it on this one, just to give me some room to fit a jump ring through there right above the cab. I don't know if I want to do that though with this one. This one's turning out to be a pretty good wrap. I'm saying that like the other one wasn't, but it was. Sometimes things are just working out a little bit better than before. So I'm going to kind of fold this section underneath this section because I'm going to crimp it and smush it together to close that gap. Same on this side. Going to crimp it in and close that gap. And then recrimp to make it cup that cab. That would be wonderful. You guys, okay, good. Thank you for your input. You have no idea how much we actually value your input. It makes things a bit easier. when like kind of deciding to do new things. You know what I mean? That's looking pretty good. Looks like it went off to the side just a little bit, but it's okay. I thought it would be really cool if you were to do a horizontal necklace like this too. So if you took this, like these corners on each side, and cupped those in with these two sides and left these, I'm holding my pliers in the way, and if you left these two open and kind of hung it horizontally instead of vertically, I thought that would also be so pretty. I might have went a little high on this, to be honest. I might just cup these in, or pull it, maneuver it, mold it, whatever the term may be, just to kind of hold it in there. Do that on the other side. Wrapping is such a fun technique, but it's also a tedious technique because sometimes the cab or bead or crystal kind of moves around a little bit. So to help with that, you can use Loctite to kind of adhere your cab to the metal. Going in with a good pinch from the side here, just to kind of crimp that in more. What? You lucky ducky. Deborah's watching from Greece.
What?
Bring me back some food.
That's that giveaway tray they showed me. Been.
Huh?
It disappeared. Did you?
I haven't moved. Are you sure it's not underneath?
I'm looking.
Over there?
Maybe that.
It might be off to the side. I'm just crimping in these sides. Nice and tight.
That's crazy.
What are you looking for?
Wasn't it a blue bin? You had a blue bin with the
Blue bin?
with the small giveaways.
Oh, clear bin.
Oh, it's a clear bin. Okay, there we go.
That's
Thank
one.
You. All right. It was hiding.
The one right in front of me.
All right.
Like, what are you talking about?
It's clear.
All right, I have an idea here. So I'm actually going to kind of grab these two swirls after I fold it up and kind of flip them up, because then that can be where my hole punches go, and it still cups the top. See, we're problem solving because my crystal was set a little too high on this one. I don't even need to do that. I'm gonna swing my two jump rings through these two corners. Like this. See the hole there? The opening? On both sides? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Big, beautiful. Love it. Nice and green. Matches my nails. My nails, my nails.
That's
And
an
then,
awesome giveaway. We'll do that right before I do mine.
That's fine. I'm gonna grab a jump ring so you guys can see. Ainsley said she's jealous.
Jello.
Ooh, I could even do it horizontally this way, but it looks more like a vertical one anyway. I need to come in here and kind of crimp that a little more. Just a little more. There we go. I'm gonna grab another jump ring. Because I know sometimes you're thinking maybe that hole's a little too small for a jump ring. Joke's on you. It works perfect. I'm actually going to swing this through both of these. Maybe just the one. Doop. Probably should have done just the one on the other side. I'm going to change this other side one here quick. Prop it open with my fingers. Close it. And then you can hang your chain on either side, like that. So you can do it this way if your crystal's set a little too high, and then if your crystal's set a little bit lower, you can do it this way. So that's super fun. I would come in and I would personally keep coming through and crimping these until they were all the way next to the crystal, but we don't need to spend that time on that because I know you guys are excited to see that leather bracelet. So, super fun. I'd probably make it a little more center too, but it all takes time. I'll move that up and out of the way. Good thing I have extras of those cabs, so I could wrap that one for you guys. All right. Since we have been showing the crystal pack, I'm going to bring that out next. We already did the F103s. Let me know if you need that cart number again. If you use a piece of, I'm going to put your comment up, Dale. If you use a piece of flat rubber, it protects the stone and you can get a super grip on the metal. That is a good idea. Another tip and trick that I use are like sunshine cloths. These are really great for, really great for gripping and ensuring that you're not scratching your crystals. So I appreciate you commenting that. Oh, so fun, Monica. All right, so let's do this leather bracelet. You guys are going to love it. So we're going to put some of like the crystal pack stuff up there. There we go. Could also coat your pliers with tool magic. That's interesting. I've never heard of that before. I'm going to, while Peggy's comments up there, I'm going to bring down the beads that we used for this specifically out of the crystal pack along with the leather. So there we go. We'll push those off to the side there. Okay. Take Peggy's down. Now we're going to do this leather bracelet. So fun. All you need is the crystal pack to create this. So you guys must get the crystal pack, which is still cart 103. So make sure you do that. If you don't have one of these pieces, you can get it off of the retail site, which I can probably link that for you guys. I'm not sure if I have wholesale quantities of this. I have to reach the keyboard. Okay. Let me copy this. Oop. And then I'll put this. You guys are gonna want one of these too. Control V. Enter. Posting that in the comments right now. This is a copper arched tube bead. CD Korean barbecue diesel 230. CBD 230. Hopefully I'm not... Why won't it better reconnect here? Can you guys hear me still? Hopefully the internet didn't just go out because that would be brutal. That would be so brutal. Okay, well, it looks like we're getting some spammy comments too. So I'm wondering if that's kind of contributing to the video doing what it's doing. What the heck? So strange. You guys are gonna want this tube bead though. Why is it being weird? Everybody turn off your Wi-Fi! Okay, you can hear me, that's good. It's just looking super pixelated. I want to make sure you guys can see this tube this tube bead. Okay. CBD 230. Yeah, I can see that. It does look a little wonky. Hopefully it'll clear up here in a moment. So you are going to want one of these for the technique that we're doing. Big delay and fuzzy focus. Urgh. Technology, man. There. That's a bit better. That's a bit better. Okay. We'll try that. You know, fiber is great when it's working, but when it's not working, you're like, what the heck? Okay. We're going good. We're going good. This is that arched tube bead that you're going to want. Grab it. I linked it in the comments. Okay. See, it's hollow. So grab one of those. Actually, yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Everybody says it's looking good now. Cool. So we're going to grab our leather that comes in the crystal pack. This is super thin, but it's nice. And it's coated. Yay! So strange that was happening. There was a really big like delay and fuzziness and stuff.
Oh, no.
Maybe should we turn off like other devices,
Shouldn't
Wi-Fi's
be.
and things?
No, it's you're broadcasting with what, your phone?
No,
On
I'm
Wi-Fi?
broadcasting on Wi-Fi.
With which device?
From this one.
Oh, from that? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so to start here, you don't have to use all 2 feet of the leather. You can probably use a foot of it and you would be okay. So I'm just gonna center these, because this is definitely not the demo you want to miss, and definitely not the demo that you want to be fuzzy and not up to speed. So I'm gonna cut this leather in half here, right in the center, which I probably maybe could have left a little bit on, but that's okay. This is for the technique. So just find whatever length you believe is appropriate. I mean, you could even use the whole 2 feet and then cut off what you don't use. Doesn't bother me any. String on your square bead. And also string on 2 of your purple beads. Doop. Doop. Geez, I can't find the hole. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to bring these in the middle there. Like this. So this is how you're going to start your bracelet. Okay. Keep those in the middle as best as you can because you want your beads to be centered. So I'm just holding the top 2 and then pulling these centered and then kind of gonna slide my finger right where I need one of my knots to be. And I wish I could zoom in on this. So I'm gonna do this close because you guys are gonna need a close-up for this. And bear with me as I
uncross my legs.
As I not only uncross my legs, but I'm going to be like down here looking from the side so I can make sure that you have the best view. I know the focal bead is insane. I might have just a few extras. I'm not sure, but I have to look. And the color combo is adorable. I love it. All right. Grab. Well, there it goes again. It just said another air connecting. Strange. Okay. Grab your end of your leather here. And we're going to slide this over. Up there, because I want it kind of out of the way. And my other end. I'm going to weigh it down with my paint palette. Jeez. Well, that doesn't really touch the ground any. Okay, anyway. We'll just try it this way. Hopefully, you guys get a really good view of this.
Maybe one of these little
Leather just likes to circle. Okay, we'll try it like that. All right. Get a nice close-up. I'm going to go full screen on this, so you're not going to see me for a moment. Now I'm going to take this crystal pack down too, so you guys can really have a good view of how this is done. And maybe I should turn this way. I'm trying my hardest. Okay, that looks pretty good. So I'm holding center. I'm bringing my tube bead up, kind of like that. All right, because that's about where my finger was. I'm going to take my leather end and I'm going to wrap around my bead, but make sure that it is going toward your wrap, is going toward your purple bead. So not going toward your fingers. I'm trying really hard to make sure that you guys get a good view of this. Oh my goodness. I might even need you to hold the phone camera.
Yeah, you can do that.
I'm going to have Uncle Doug hold the phone camera because
I'll
it's really
I'll get a better angle here.
It's really important to... Maybe I can here. I'll move this and then I'll come closer to you.
Okay, I can come.
Because it's not zooming on the thing. This doesn't zoom.
Oh, this doesn't?
No, not for the Facebook demos. See?
So I'm going to get as close as I can.
I can come over. Alright. I'll come back a little bit. You're pulling... You gotta go that way. There you go. Right there. Okay. And this is going to be as close as we can get for now, you guys. So tube bead is going to be on your leather like this. Okay? You're going to hold your leather and your bead together. Where's, am I going up or down? And you're going to wrap your leather going toward the purple bead. And depending on how many lines you want is going to be how many times that you wrap it around. Make sure you're holding it against that bead there. And make it nice and tight, so I'm going to pull it from this side. And kind of scrunch it in a bit. You're going to take the end, which I will do another demo of this, a close-up one, in a better video. Take your leather and put it through the tube bead. You guys got a good view of that? Pull it through. Hold on to your loops here. because I have just a few of these wrapped around. I'm going to pull my tube bead with the leather, and that's going to create one of my knots. A good knot. So like this, you'll see here, yes, a barrel knot. I can probably show you guys closer up here now. So here on the ends, I did 4. On the insides, I did 3. So however many loops here that you want is how many times that you're going to wrap it around. So I'll try and do it again. I'll try and do it with this. I wish there was a way I could just zoom in. It's so strange that it doesn't do that. So I'm going to do another one. I'm going to push my beads to my knot now. Like this. I'm going to do it again. And I like doing it from the right side. Where's my tube bead? Tube bead. Okay. Tube bead. Wrap toward the inside crystals. So it's got to go over to the left. It's got to go over that one. Like this. I'm going to wrap it again. Wrap it again. And then I'm going to hold my lines there. Get a good grip on those. Feed through the tube crimp bead. It might help if you have like a larger tube crimp bead, but this is the only one that I had. I'm going to pull it through and release, and then tight knot.
Pretty.
This one actually turned out a little bit better than the other one.
I think it was more coils helped.
Yeah. I think I just overlayered one of my coils on this one, which it's not really hard to just undo it and then redo it again. You just take some like a bead awl. There we go. That's good. All right, now I think I can pop my head back in here. All right, I want to put that crystal pack back up again. Mm-hmm. It really is it's easy, but it's kind of a little interesting to kind of get a hold on how you're like maneuvering your fingers and how you have to hold, certain things, but it does work. So we have those two come together, which I did do a little off center, which is probably a good idea. Why it's a good idea to keep length, like over length, on your leather. Grab my 2 ends there. These slider beads come in the crystal kit. I'm going to put that on next. Slide that up. Ingenious way to make that knot. I've seen it done with a plastic straw too. Ooh, cool. So I'm going to do like a mini bracelet since I'm a little off center there. That's okay though. You can always clip, remember, you can always clip off excess, but you can't always add more leather on. So also be aware of that when clipping. And then I'm going to do this one on the longer side so I can still wrap. So you're going to have to make a knot and do like this, like a baby size. And you'll get the hang of it. The more you do it, the more you get the hang of it. So I'm going to pinch those. Pinch that one. Come back up. And we're going to go through the tube bead, but I can't go all the way through the tube bead. So I'm hoping that it just stays, like a portion of it stays in the tube bead as I'm pulling it back through. Maybe not. Keep your extra leather on. Don't just cut a foot of it because it'll be too small. 2 feet will be probably fine though. Because you need to be able to grab it. And good. Slide on another purple bead. Hopefully this will help with the light a little bit. Like that. And then do it again. Actually, I think I might be out of leather. So I'm just going to do a quick maybe not so quick. It's a little harder when you're just grabbing a tiny piece. But probably also doesn't help that I didn't even overline that one. Anyway, you guys get the gist. Let me see if I can do like a nice little knot here. Oop. I'm just going to do this with some needle pliers. Oh, I didn't go all the way through. Hold on. I don't know if that's going to work. Alright. Well, just leave access.
Put a granny knot.
It's like even two. It's just those like come undone, but these tube knots don't come undone. There we go. We'll just do that for now. And then obviously my other end came out because it wasn't quite long enough. But this is what the finished version looks like. I did take Loctite here at the bottom since Loctite is clear, and then I put that over top of the knots. Yeah.
Interesting. Keep them from untying, huh?
Yeah, just totally held, because you're going to be moving this slider bead quite a bit. So you just extend it out.
That's a great tip.
Slide it on, which I'll probably wear this one the rest of the live. and then cinch. Then you have your little cute danglies with your bracelet. There you go. And the beads here, they're like flippy, so this side's a bit more shiny and iridescent, and then the other side's a little more matte. But I hope that wasn't too difficult to follow. I probably could just take my... I'm going to do one more for you guys.
I think everybody's in awe. They're just...
The
comments aren't flowing.
All right. I'm going to do it one more time. So you guys can get a really good view of it. All right. Leather bead. Wrap over copper bead. Copper tube bead. Go toward the inside. It's gotta go this way though. And once you have a sufficient amount of coils, hold your coils, feed leather through tube bead, which still don't have enough here. Maybe if I just wrap this up just a little bit. That's why it's good to keep extra on. So note that you do not want to cut it into a foot section. Just leave it as the 2 feet and then just cut off whatever excess you have when you're done. Through tube bead like that. And then that gets pulled through. If you have a longer tail, it's easier. I think I did another overlap, but that's okay. You guys get the gist. You guys get the gist. I want to make one in every color leather.
Why not?
It's just so cute and it's dainty, and leather bracelets are huge right now. They are huge. Especially with those slider beads. Alright. Let's move on.
I'm ready.
Uncle Doug here is going to do a demo while I take a little break. So I'm going to get my space cleaned up a little bit, and then he'll hop right in here. Oh, I ended up taking off the bracelet. So that way he has a good spot to be with. And I do have that, so let me pop that altar blank canvas up. There you go.
All right, good luck with this.
Are you guys ready for Uncle Doug's demo? I am. Here, I'm going to grab my pop here quick.
Well, before we do a demo, I'd like to do a little quick giveaway. So this is what's in the bag. And the question for this giveaway is...
Oh, just wait. Make sure they get a little head start at giveaway time.
Okay, giveaway time.
Maybe I should make like a... I'll
like
do a graphic
graphics,
thing for our
time
giveaway times. Yeah.
All right, so here's the question. The first one to answer this one correctly gets the giveaway. What are the 2 base metals that make up brass?
Ooh, that's a good question. All right, look at all those hearts.
Still waiting.
They just love that you're doing a demo.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
seriously.
We'll see about that.
All right, 2 base metals that make up brass.
What are they?
Get them in there. To win this giveaway.
Peggy's like, give me some good encouragement here. You got this.
This giveaway kit, this is what comes in it. It's
Copper zinc. Judy got it.
Yay!
Judy is the winner.
We're going to write your name on that clear.
Copper and zinc.
All right. Judy, tack. Is the P silent? Judy, P-T-A-K. Judy won this giveaway. So fun. Love it.
Okay, we got to give this some context now. The last time we were meeting, Corey was working with resin, and this could be done for paint or whatever the thing is you're working with, but there's always a problem trying to pick something up that you've already worked on. And so we just kind of brainstormed really quick, took a couple minutes and said, ooh, maybe we can cut out a little spatula of sorts and make it so that we can just push things on. I'm going to have to work on this forward to back thing, right? But push them on, take them off, move them around without having to touch the work. So that's the idea of this little quick spatula that I made up. And so the risk here that I'm taking is that I make this so way too detailed for something that's super simple.
Oh.
And it reminds me of a time when my wife and I were young married, and she went out to a Relief Society homemaking activity where they were going to make ornaments for Christmas trees. And she came home from that. She was just hysterically laughing because one woman wanted to design to make an ornament with a styrofoam ball, Elmer's glue, and potpourri. And that was literally it. You roll the ball and glue and then put the potpourri all over it. And I think she took like 45 minutes demonstrating it. So at a risk of being too detailed on this, I will do that. Some of you can do this, what I'm going to do freehand. Others of you might want to follow a process like I'm going to take here. So really, all I did, and I'll show you the first picture of this here, is to take one of the blank sheets, and I marked it off just to give it some symmetry. So we marked it, I think I used, we went about a ½ inch wide here. So here's your ½ inch on the handle. I think I made it 1.5 inches deep this way, 2 inches this way. So let's go ahead and do that for one of these. I'm going to start with doing some symmetry. Is there a Sharpie there? There it is. Okay. So this is a 3-inch sheet, so our math geniuses can tell us how much we have to mark this at. 1.5, right? 1.5, put a little dot there. 1.5 on the other side. Dot there. I'm just going to strike a line here. Again, those of you who just can eyeball things accurately don't even need to do this. So I'm just going to lay my Sharpie there and strike a line. So there's your half of your sheet. That gives you some symmetry on the project. Then I think I said I went 1.5 up. So 1.5 inches up from the bottom of the plate. And that's going to be where the top of the arc is on the pieces. This was 2 inches wide, so here I'm going to set the 2 right there and just do a mark for 1 inch on that side and 1 inch on this side. So now that's going to give us the arc, and then the last thing I'm going to do is make these ½ inch lines that go right along the side of the handle. That's going to be the handle part. So we're going to take those and draw them down to, and this one you can kind of eyeball to make a parallel. So we're going to take those down to that line, up this way, do the same thing here. And so we have the handle portion, and then we just, I can eyeball this. Some you might want to make it an angle or a curve. I'm just going to eyeball a little bit of a curve down to the bottom there. And on the other side there, try to make it a little symmetrical, but I'm sure I'll mess up. So that's the essential shape that we're dealing with. Next thing we do is get our handy dandy shears. And if you've made any mistakes in your drawing, you can kind of make up for it while you're cutting here. I don't know if I can get cut on low here. I guess you can see that. All right, so I'm going to start just cutting along the line. These shears are very, very good. The slower you go, the less jagged it'll be, and the easier it is to make the turns. So there's that side. I'm going to cut in on this side now. I was a little bit wide on it, so I'm going to start inside of my line.
That's a good giveaway question, Jean. She says, can you tell he has an engineering degree? Bonus if you can guess what type.
Okay, there's a good one. We'll do that for giveaway.
Yeah.
Here we go. So we're going to cut down these parallel lines now. Just kind of bend that off in the corner. Do this one. I know this is going to seem so trivial for so many of you, but this was just the thought that came through the head, and it kind of worked on that day, so we decided to do this.
Robin said mechanical.
Very close.
Don't say what it is, though.
Okay, yeah. So now here's your basic shape. I'm not crazy about this one. It looks a little bit pointy on the side, so I'm going to just trim a little bit off there.
Peggy says engineer for roads.
You know, that was close. Yeah, just trim it.
What's GE?
What is GE? General Electric? Oh, GE.
Doug was an engineer from GE before.
I was.
He came
That's
over
true.
to the light side.
Yep. So my first job was as a manufacturing engineer, which it was really my training was in design engineering, which is very similar to mechanical with a little bit more of computer-aided application. So there's the basic shape we're going to work from, and I guess we can do this right now. We'll take this extra scrap piece here, and we're going to make our little our pusher. So this one I'm just going to eyeball and cut this right along flush. Okay, that's going to be our pusher. It's not quite straight or anything, but that's okay. Next thing we want to do.
Oh no! Electrical engineer.
I'm gonna dry this off camera here on that.
You want a Band-Aid?
Yeah, no, I'm okay.
Okay.
It should go up there. So one thing you will notice is that the edges are a little bit sharp, so use some care while you're working with this brass, and that's why I'm bringing out the next piece, which is this metal file. And before I do that, I'm going to just slightly nib off these corners, because they'll be the sharpest thing you're working with here. Up on the top corners here too. Just kind of nib those off a little bit. Got that. I'll grab the file and work these edges here. Now the edges, you don't want to bring it to a.
Yep.
I guess I got to stand on the camera. Things you learn.
It's hard demoing.
I know,
under a camera.
So I'm just going to rub that file, both sides of that.
I'll put you full screen for a second.
Okay. So we're just taking the sharpness off of there, running along the edge, and you can kind of feel it with your finger. That's a lot better. There's less of the sharp edges. Again, Align the handle side.
That will be happening very soon, Vintage.
What's that?
She goes, hammer the edges if you want to cut down.
Oh, we're not there.
We're getting there.
Okay, we're gonna do all sides of this. Make sure let's get rid of those burrs. Don't like burrs. Burrs are not our friend. And roll these edges too. And it's going to bend in your hand while you're doing this, and that's really okay.
Got time to go to the bathroom?
You sure do. Okay, I think sufficiently good on the edge stuff here. You get the idea. Just make it nice and friendly for yourself. All right. Now I'm going to bring the metal block over, Peggy, and do a few things here. First, we're going to overall just flatten it a little bit. So this is just going to keep that shape that we liked. So there's your piece, all flat, nice and flat. All right. And this was a tip from last time. We took that same the same technique and started just mashing with, see this rounded hammer here? This little shape on the edge will let you make a, not necessarily a sharper, but a thinner leading edge on the spatula. You can tell where you've worked it because the brass will lighten up along that edge. You can see that. The brass gets a little bit lighter, so I'm just going to do a little more. And while you do that, the brass is also going to curve. So once again, you can get your other hammer, your small one, and flatten it again. And there's that. So now we do the very difficult job of shaping it. So we're going to just bend this to a 90-degree angle. And then once again in this direction, bend 90 degrees.
Civil engineer, question mark?
No, it was design engineering.
Oh, design engineering.
Yes. So it's actually, mechanical engineering would be a really good answer for it. So there's that piece of it. There's the spatula piece, and then we have the pusher, which I won't take the time to deburr this, but I'm just going to flatten it again. And the one we had, I think I just put a little bit of an S curve to it. Mm-hmm. Just like this, bend it with my finger in that direction, bend it with my finger in this direction, little S so we can...
You guys, I have been using, I'm going to actually pop your face back on. I have been using this tool every single time I do resin work now. Literally every time. So definitely get yourself a set of altered blank canvases because we're also going to be doing something with them right after Uncle Doug's done here.
So here's the giveaway. Does someone have a good question for a giveaway? Corey, I guess I'll have to be you. This will be a giveaway. Whoever wants this one, we'll go ahead and send that off with your purchase.
Oh.
Let's
Dang,
see.
usually I'm not the one to come up with the giveaway questions.
What would be a good question for today?
Let me see. I don't know.
Come on.
Oh, okay. First person to guess my lucky number. You said gets the spatula set here?
Yes.
Okay. First person, I said it nearly like every live for almost a year, so you guys should know it. My favorite lucky number, probably.
I think I know it.
Which I think might be a fun one to do.
Thanks, Carmen says, nice demo. Thanks. Yeah, I didn't want it to be too insulting. I know it's just a basic thing to cut out, but there's some things we did along the way to make it nicer.
All right, Linda O'Mara.
Linda got it.
She got it. My lucky and favorite number is 3.
So Linda gets this packed up in a bag.
Yeah. Let me get, you think a 4x4 bag would be good for that?
Sure. And I will try to clean up this mess that I made in Corey's beautiful area.
Oh, it's fine. I'm going to be using some of those tools anyway.
Okay, so I'm going to leave a set there. And get ready for a couple more giveaways today before we end up the live.
Yes. And I'm going to write her name down. Uncle Doug did such a great job. And he stayed on screen probably a good 98% of the time, which is so impressive.
Well, I've never done it before, so I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it took me quite a bit to get that figured out myself. So let's get...
Plus, I think I kept them from seeing the blood, didn't I?
I think so.
Did anybody see the blood?
Uncle Doug cut his finger
Yeah, I cut my finger while I was doing it.
That's why it's so important to sand or file along with hammering your pieces to avoid that.
Yeah, don't do what I did.
Yeah. O with a capital M-A-R-A. All right, you get the spatula and pusher set. How fun.
I think to give someone a tumbler too.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
So make another one here.
Yay, I listened to you, Corey. Thanks. Yeah, no, seriously, such a good guess. Love that you guys pay attention. All right, so fun. So Linda gets one of these. Carlene, her husband is a machinist and makes tools for her. Machinist. Jeez. I'm ridiculous. All right, so we're going to do a few more things with these blanks here. Kieran picked some out for me. I like the ones that kind of have this finish to them, where it's a little bit of the brass and a little bit of the solid brass and a little bit of the natural brass. All right. Make sure we got all the comments here. Darn, I almost said 3, said Lynn.
You're so close.
You guys are funny. Okay, so real quick while we're on this topic of the altered blank canvases, you can make your own blanks from this big sheet. Okay, so I'm going to do maybe like a line here because I want to do some triangles. Maybe I want to do a rectangle, so we're going to come down here and do a nice rectangle. You could even split it all the way down. So if you were to follow this line down and then split it in the middle for 2 rectangles, you can do a square. You can do a circle. We'll probably edge the circle. And you can use stencils to mark your blanks. Grab these shears out. And make sure you file and hammer after you're done cutting. Sure to come in. Let's do my rectangles first. Man, that does get sharp, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Like it just touched my nail. It didn't even touch my skin. I'm going to do a split here in the middle. You can clean up your lines where there's still Sharpie. Or I'm sure it'll come off with some alcohol. I'll flip them this way. Let's hammer these puppies out so they're nice and flat. Good. And I'm going to hammer from the other side so it gets rid of that arch. Same for here. We don't want that arch. Okay, I'm going to come down here at an angle. I'm going to take one of these away, so I only have one up on here that I'm hammering. Oh, I don't want my phone to come out, though. There we go. I'm going to do like an ombre hammer here. Or maybe I'll go all the way to the top. Alright, I'm going to actually slide this closer to me because the microphone's on this one. Thank you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to grab that trusty old file Uncle Doug was using a bit earlier. Get some of those notches that didn't come out with the hammer.
Take a little like a 45-degree angle on that edge. Yeah.
Yeah. Because those edges do get sharp. Flip it. All right. Let's get a hole punch in there. Doop. Nice. And I'm going to do a little bit of reliefing here. Might have to bend this just a little bit because it looked like it started to curve for a moment.
Yeah, you could probably, I mean, other uses would be to roll that. You know, you could cut a very thin strip and then roll it with your bail pliers.
Oh, yeah.
You could make, you could actually like a crimps, make your own crimps with it.
That would be cool.
By rolling it.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Wendy, welcome to the demo world.
Oh, yeah.
My debut and swan song all in one.
I'm just going to take a little bit of this beaded chain because it's pretty. And kind of, I'm going to hook that on backwards there. And do like really pretty earrings. And come down this way and let your earrings dangle. What I would do is I would let it dangle down the blank. Like that. But I would probably poke another or punch another hole right below it so then my eye pin can go through both holes so this top one won't be like a little bit up there. Like that. And then add a little charmy there at the bottom. Do I have something that's charmy? Let me get a little charmy Tommy something. Ooh! No, I'm not doing that one. Let me grab. We'll do this. So these altar blank canvases are awesome for creating your own blanks and designs. I'm doing this on the fly, by the way. Do something like that. Just something cute. There's just a ton of different things that you can do with these. And cutting out pieces, like little triangles, squares, circles. You could even do from another corner, like this one. You could do like a V there, go up, like that, make a diamond from your corner, which is a square too, but you can make a rectangle, so on and so forth. There are so many stinking things that you can do with these altar blank canvases. Grab at least one pack. So that way you can do some fun, completely handmade. Like you're cutting this piece out, you're hammering it, and then adding the things onto it. Lori wants you to do men's jewelry.
Yeah. If I could think of what I would wear,
Let's see what this would look like. Maybe if I were to come up here and do like a little, ooh, you guys, it's so dangly and pretty. Yeah. So just on the fly. I would probably come in and sand these corners just a little bit more because they're still a little sharp. But you guys get the memo. I love it. You see that? He's so cute. No, this one on this screen.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, it's not up there yet.
That's very nice. I like it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Awesome sauce. So that was a really fun demo of the altar blank canvases there. Super cool. All right, so we did the leather bracelet. We did a few giveaways. We did that other one. So let's do, I'm going to bring these earrings back out again so we can do the construction and then I'm going to bring up the kit version first. I want to kind of show you guys how to do it. So this is the kit version, which comes with everything that you need to purchase it. If you want more pieces, I have the modeled fan pack, which does not come with all the pieces to make it. It just comes with the fans. Pre-painted turquoise. So you can purchase more if you really like this item. So this is the modeled fan pack, 10 pieces for $20. Super fun. So we have those. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to bump ya. And then where's my dragonflies here? I also have more of these dragonflies. So we're going to bring up the dragonfly pack, which is also 10 pieces for $20. These are super cute. Natural brass. Love them. Love them, love them. So you can get bulk of both the fan and bulk of the dragonfly along with the kit that comes with everything, or you can get the bulk, or you can get the kit. Just there's a couple different ways that you can purchase. So we're going to show you guys how to do this one. While Uncle Doug was doing his demo, I took his suggestion and cut my silicone mat down. So I'm going to bring those up out of the way. We'll do
this is a silicone mat here too.
These. Oh, is it really? Yeah. Oh, funny. Funny.
So they don't slide when you're moving
right.
Stuff.
Yeah. If you want to match, because you can see the difference between these two, color-wise, grab some Filigree paint. Filigree. Shake it up. You know what I don't have over here? My brushes. They're in my office. I'll be right back. Be right back. I like the noise they make when they're sloshing around in there. Silicone or bristle, doesn't matter what kind of brush you use for this. Just make sure that it's clean. Scooting closer.
So you can make a little quills.
Oh, he made like a bail coil. That's fun. Love that. All right. I'm gonna grab 2 of my fans here. I'm going to paint my verdigris right on top of that turquoise, which it's a fun color combo because when you relief the verdigris, it brings out a little bit of that turquoise that's underneath. So just lather it all on. And it's got to take a minute to dry because you want it on just a little bit thicker than normal. Not like a super thin coat by any means, but thick enough to give you some dimension. Did you read Peggy's comment?
I did not.
Doug, I challenge you to find a way to make that copper owl into a piece of men's jewelry.
My motivation is I'm not. Wow, that would be a good challenge. That a man would wear.
So what are they? I taught torch soldered bezels with a butane torch. Oh, Joanne might be having a hard time. She said her ring split open. I wonder if your connection wasn't thick enough. Sometimes that can happen. So while those dry, we're going to start on our dragonfly and our ring here. So grab your dragonfly and grab your needle nose here. I'm going to grab my other one that has a spring though. We're going to curve the tail into a loop. Put that on the ring. And you're going to, I find that it's easier to close. Oh no, one of my beads fell. With chain nose pliers. So I just ensure that my tail kind of butts up to the abdomen on the back side of the dragonfly. Like that, which is super stinking adorable. And I bet you that paint's still drying, so we're going to take our block here and give our dragonfly some dimension. Bring out all of the detail of the wings so it's a bit more shiny. So this is after, this is before. You can see how the veins are a lot more easier to see. And you're going to want to hole punch the other side. So you have one hole punch in the right side of the wing, but you want another hole punch on the opposite side. So I'm going to take that out like that. So now you have your 2 hole punches. Let's create a loop here. So I'm going to string an eye pin through my bead, hold my bead down. I find that I can gauge where to cut my eye pin based on where my fingers lay. So I'm going to go right above there. So I have about that much left over. which may even be a little too much, but you can always fix that. So I'm going to bend it at a 90-degree angle so it's right next to the bead. So it keeps a nice tight loop. So I'm going to bend it just a bit more. Just with my fingers. Like that. Then you're going to take your needle nose again. Create your loop. Well, that was actually the perfect size. And then I'm going to take my chain nose here. I'm going to hold one side of my loop. And then I'm going to grab my other loop. Since these have to be opposite facing, I'm going to straighten out my eye pin. And then I'm going to turn it so one side is facing you, the hole, and then the other one is not. So you have one there and then one going vertically versus horizontally. Then you're going to open up your eye pin once again. You're going to throw it onto your dragonfly wing. Close it up. Then you have one of your beads done. Then I take a little bit of this bar chain here, which it's really phenomenal to use for findings. So I'm going to clip off a 2-section, but keeping the soldered ring there in the center, like this. And then no ring on one side, no ring on the other side, but you can see that there are holes, which are perfect to slide your eye pin through. So I'm going to open up the other side of my eye pin, thread my bar chain section on, close my eye pin, and then I'm going to do one more of these loops here. And then don't forget about the free giveaways. You want to stay tuned for those. Going to clip off some of my eye there. Fold the pin from the bead at a 90-degree angle. Like so. Let me bend it just a little bit more, because you can always straighten it out. Is there a sports team whose mascot is an owl?
Probably some minor league baseball teams or something.
Finish my loop off. I'm going to come in just a little bit here on the top. And then make sure that they're facing opposite and that they're straight. So hold together on either side and just make sure that they're nice and straight. I'm going to string that onto the other side of my dragonfly. Close that up. Open up the top eye, which is going to be attaching to the other side of my bar chain. Close that one up. Oh, I might have done that on the opposite way. Hold on, let me fix this other side here. All right. Nice. Reclose. I'm going to take my ear wire here, which I do have these available, you guys. These 10K gold plated ear wires, 120 pieces for $29. That's also a no-brainer. This is an ear wire that I use in probably a majority of my earring designs. But I'm going to pop up this earring kit another time while we're here. Open up my ear wire. It's getting a little fuzzy. And then in that top jump ring, hopefully the connection catches up.
Goofity for a minute. Right now, live is goofy, so I'll just pause for a little bit maybe.
It's like trying to catch up. Just so strange that the internet even behaves the way that the internet is behaving.
Smooth back out now.
Okay. Going to feed my chain through. Close it up. Like that. And then, these are probably dry enough now. I know. There's unfortunately nothing I can do about it when I'm freezing.
Put a coat on.
To be honest. Haha, yeah, good point. Good point. I'm going to relieve some of this paint off here. Get some of that texture back. I think I went a little overboard on the other one, relieving it, but oh well. You just add a little bit more paint there if you want, but we'll use this one instead. Take one of the jump rings that are in that complete kit, which I'll have to substitute one in that kit. Attach it to the bottom of your jump ring. Close her up. And you have a beautiful earring. Oh, now it's getting tangled. I'll bring up the other one. But a beautiful earring. So cutesy. I love it. So easy.
Let's do another giveaway.
All right.
I got a question.
Giveaway time. Uncle Doug's going to do another question since we just finished up with this earring kit.
Show the...
All right. Giveaway time. So you'll be getting this card with these products.
It's an earring set.
To make an earring kit.
Yeah.
So cute. All right. What is the question?
Question is, who can guess how long Vintage has been in business as a corporation? Closest guess.
I think. No, or it's...
People are going to read lips out there.
No, that's why I went like this. They can't see it when I go like that. So I know some ladies are super good at reading lips.
Oh, where's the About Us page?
Right. So how long has Vintage been in business for? Chris said 25 years.
Keep them coming.
Robin said 20.
Robin won it.
Robin Black, you won 20 years.
This year.
This year?
Yeah.
Nice.
2005 incorporated, but Gene and Wendy had been doing jewelry things prior to that.
Yes.
But that's when we started as a
cute
corporation.
4x4 bag here.
Yay, how exciting is that?
That is very exciting. Make sure I get her name right.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood Black.
Oops.
Robyn. Yep.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood
That's
Black.
awesome.
I love that.
Yeah.
You're so sweet. Let's get her little.
Yeah, that's back in. We started a company when I actually had kids in the house still, I think.
Yeah. Winner, winner. So fun.
Yes, Robin, you need to make a purchase.
Yep. So all you have to do to claim your free things is make a purchase on vintageliveshop.com for one of the warehouse items.
Pick out one of these great demo things from the cart and have fun with it.
So fun. Okay. Next, which I think will be, we'll do, since we're on the topic of dragonflies and rings. Here we go. We'll bring up this one.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, I really like this one. Jean and I kind of tag teamed this one this morning. Because there wasn't a whole lot of these rings. So in this combo pack that I just put up is cart 108. You're going to get 4 pieces of this ring, which is bigger than the earring kit ring. This is plated in antique bronze, but it is pewter based. And then you're going to get this tiny cutesy little dragonfly that I used in the filigree necklace. So this is a great pack to get. So you're going to need one of those rings, and then you're going to need that dragonfly pack that I had up earlier. And then, so I'm going to pop up that dragonfly pack one more time. You mind handing me Mama? Do
the do.
Do the do. Thank you. So cart 106 for the dragonfly pack. Cart 108 for the combo pack. And then I'm also offering the bracelet, the natural brass finished bracelet that I used to create this. Okay, so you can do like a complete bracelet thing here. So you'll get this. This is such a fun chain. I love it. If it'll focus. There it goes. So bracelet pack goes with this as well. Same concept as those earrings. You're going to do that additional hole punch, which I have plenty of these dragonflies, so it's not that big of a deal for me to do a demo on this. So, you're going to hole punch that. You're going to do that wrapped loop thing, or that loop with the tail. Make sure it's big enough to fit your ring. The rings are double-sided too, so that's actually super nice. And then close that up with my chain nose. I move it over so it's a bit more center over the abdomen when I'm curling it up. One on one side. You're going to do one on the other side. And then I just took the chain, hooked it up in both loops, brought it to a single, and then ran it, which it's already finished. So all you have to do is take some links out and then put them together. This one's a super easy one. This chain is so beautiful. It's such a flattering chain. Where's my... Let's see if I can kind of throw it over my wrist for you guys to see here. Because we're going to do the look of the finished jewelry at the end. But a very flattering chain. I really love this chain. Buckets of fresh strawberries! Woohoo!
Strawberry slushy.
Oh, you stinker. I want some.
We should buy a slushy machine.
Oh! I'd have a slushie every day. No, but I do make my own slushies, though. I use the blender and
like
just do ice.
Smoothies?
Not even milk, because I don't like smoothies. But
just
I
frozen fruit.
Yeah, frozen fruit and ices, and then you can put some like lemonade in there. You can do all sorts of different things for your slushies.
Oh man, we were on a kick a few years ago where we would buy the frozen fruit in the bags, and then we would put some yogurt in there, frozen fruit, and a little bit of ice, and just drink those while we watch the show and stuff.
I think the one smoothie that I could tolerate was the one that Wendy and Mackie made for me the day that I split my head open and Aunt Wendy had to glue my head together, and then she French braided it.
That sounds so funny.
No, for real.
Glue my head together.
Yes, she did. She literally
like Humpty Dumpty.
Like had to glue the top of my scalp together, and then she French braided it so my scalp wouldn't be like open.
Oh,
yeah, I bet she remembers that. That was at the Park Avenue house. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was intense, you guys. That happened at work on Stagecoach, on the barbed wire fence.
That's Stagecoach.
Yeah.
Wow,
it was in the corner. And I think it was Sawyer and Hunter and maybe I'm pretty sure that those two were for sure there. And just a couple other kids, and I was in a hammock swinging back and forth, and it was
too close.
The hammock was built on the fence that was barbed wire. It was in the corner, and they flipped me so hard that I went up and around and sliced my head open, and then Aunt Wendy had to glue my head together. Isn't that crazy? But I think they made me some sort of like banana type smoothie or something, but I probably could only tolerate it because I was just in so much pain. But no, that's crazy. That's so funny. I get sidetracked when we talk about smoothies, because that's the only one that I like ever have liked, quote unquote liked. All right, so that was a super easy fun.
Yeah, strawberries with ice.
Bracelet. Yeah, strawberries with ice. That sounds really good right now, actually.
Ooh, oh man, fresh peach milkshakes. That sounds so good.
I'm not a peach fan myself.
I am. I take peach.
All right, we are almost done. I'm gonna quickly go over this one too, because this one is super fun. A beautiful new piece that Aunt Jean picked out for me to design with. Will you read Debbie's?
My son walked into a concrete planter when he was 5 for some reason, God only knows. So he had to put his head back together. 3 people had to hold him down. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah. It's like that's definitely a Humpty Dumpty story there. That's crazy.
Looks like I'm frozen again. So we'll just wait a moment. There it goes.
It's moving, but it's not good.
Jeez, I wonder what the heck is going on today with this, because this has just been ridiculous. Hopefully.
Still a little fuzzed.
Yeah.
So let's just wait. Give it a second.
Oh man.
You need another story.
You need like a Starlink or something.
Well, you can do a preview of the end of show giveaway. We haven't done that yet.
We can't even see it though. It's so blurry.
That's true. It's not that great, is it?
No, it's like horrible right now.
I'll have to wait.
All right. Well, I have the blank pack up. That is cart 110. $18 for 6 pieces. It's a heavier set blank. So I just want to make sure you guys know that, because it's not like a typical blank thickness. It is a thicker blank. Looks like it's doing a little bit better. Nope, it's definitely me, Lynn. It's not your phone. It's our technology over here. There we go. That's looking good. That's good. I love this blank. It is pre-dapped as well.
Sorry, Peggy.
Yeah, no hammering. No hammering. All right.
Pre-textured, pre-dapped.
Yes. I think I used some earth on this one, which I don't even think I have that color out. But you can choose whatever color. Maybe I'll try Maybe I'll do a hematite, because I'm curious with the black beads.
Black on the gold too.
Yeah.
That's actually going to probably be cool, because it has some little metallic to the hematite.
Yes. All right, so we're going to try a little bit of hematite on this. Ooh. Oh, with the scar.
They thought he had surgery in his head or something.
Funny.
He's dead.
All right, I'm just putting a little bit of hematite there on the top. Well, I clean off the
new antique.
brush.
Yeah, the new antique will be really awesome.
Yes.
We keep teasing it, don't we?
Yep.
Soon. Do we have a launch date, Gene? Is that you on there, Gene?
Isn't that Monday? What are we releasing Monday?
Maybe it is.
I know we're releasing something on Monday. Ooh, I really do like the hematite over this. I'm not even going to really have to relief it, because I put on just a nice thin coat of it. Alright, so we have that. And then I also have the option for you to buy the beaded chain here, 5 feet for $18, which is the same chain used on this. And this jewel drop and bail are included in that crystal pack. So, like I said, crystal pack is an absolute no-brainer. You have to get it. And then you're going to punch your holes. You're going to punch 2 on either side, which I'm not going to do it because I don't want to waste any pieces, because we don't have a huge quantity of these. So you're going to punch on either side, and then you're going to take your beaded chain and do a direct connection to the brass. And I did 2 on either side and then linked it into another single strand with 2 beads on it, and then added a JR106 there at the end. Same thing on the opposite side. I think I used a total of 24 beads for this bracelet. So it's 5 and 5 into a 1 and a 1 into a single. And then I did another hole punch there at the bottom. Like I said, the bail and the jewel drop here are included in the crystal pack shown earlier. You just throw those on. This one was super beautiful. Monday. Yes, Monday, she said.
Monday, the fun day.
Yes. So cart 111 for this amazing black beaded chain. This is more of one of those like old money styles. So super fan of it. Love it. And I love that you can open and close the links, and then you can add it like I did over here. You can do little dangles like this, coming down like brass pieces. You can use them as earrings. You can use them as just chain. Lots of different ways to use the beaded chain like that. So that one was super easy. And then I think we just have one more technique left. I'm just going to run through here quick and make sure. Yes.
Peggy wants to know, does it make a 7 or 7.5 bracelet?
Huh?
7 or 7.5 inch bracelet.
about to find out, pumpkin.
Rulers coming from everywhere.
$7.50 for 24 beads.
Yeah, Lisa makes a great point about these beaded bracelet, beaded chain, because the time spent, making the loops and clipping and relinking, and that would be horrendous.
They're already pre-looped for you, so all you have to do is open and close a link. Simple. I'm actually going to pop up her comment here while I switch some things around. I'm also offering the bar chain in spools as well. So I have a silver and gold option. I'm going to do the linked bar up here. 25 feet for $50. I have both a gold version and a silver version available for purchase. These are what I used at the top of the Dragonfly earrings. So you can use them as a finding as well. And I'm trying to look for those stinkers. Oh, I threw them on the back side. That would make sense. So these two links up there is the gold bar chain, which you do get a little section of it in the complete earring kit, but these are amazing used as findings. I just love the way that tiny bar looks. It just adds that much more character. So you can do gold or silver. Both options are available for the bar chain. So that'll be cart 112. Can you do half and half? Half and half of what, Joanne? Because I know that you're a little bit behind me. Sometimes...
I think you said like half length. Half length? You say mix?
Sometimes you ladies have to be a little bit more descriptive because we're so far ahead of you, and then I'm not quite sure what you're requesting.
So, Joanne, are you at a Wendy's window right now? Are you asking for a vanilla and chocolate frosty?
That's funny.
That would be
That's
me.
Actually funny.
That would be me. Can you do half and half?
There's a lot of
on the
people
frosty?
that do that. Or you can just get the earring kit, and then you can see how you like it. Honestly, I would... So, Patty, all you do is type cart 112, and then when you go to your Facebook Messenger app, that'll give you the choice to pick between gold or silver. A mix of both. That would probably be a little bit hard, because I can't necessarily put that on one spool together either.
Here, let's take some time to show this before our last thing.
Stay tuned, Joanne, because I also started doing some chain packs, which are slightly cheaper than the spool, but it just doesn't come on a spool. So maybe I'll do some chain packs like that coming up here soon. So just stay tuned. Stay tuned, because I know sometimes you ladies like those 6 foot lengths, which I think are the last 2 chain packs that I did. This is the giveaway. Jeez, Uncle Doug, it was just
a cup. It was the chalice.
You guys.
I just spread it out.
Remember, I'm going to pop this up one more time, actually. I have to double click it.
Which one?
I got it. Yes. This is a massive giveaway.
Do not forget to like or love.
Love.
Do not forget to love. And there's even some beads stuck down there that rolled off.
So there's some beads down here.
Yes, they rolled off the edge.
I'm giving you a full screen view. I'll do this one more time.
Yeah, look at Lynn. Oh my gosh, yeah. Yep.
All those heart reacts get entered. To claim your free giveaway, you need to make at least one product purchase on the warehouse tab of the vintageliveshop.com. and then we ship it with your order for free. Which is literally insane. Because all I've been hearing today is free.
Well,
free.
the funny thing is though, that's huge. It is big.
But
But
it's
we
good.
did scoops. We did scoops. What, the last time we had a warehouse, and no one. I mean, Marietta. Well, I think was the only one
claimed
that claimed a scoop. So if you guys want us to do scoops, you got to let us know. Otherwise, we just won't do scoops, and we'll just reserve them for giveaways. Maybe we can do some
like $50 scoops.
Maybe
ones
smaller
that are
ones.
half off. Yeah, or
what are your thoughts? We have a lot of miscellaneous product like this that we just have from design sweepings that we can choose from, but
would you like?
We sell them as $100 scoops. That's what we've done in the past, and they were super popular in the past. But if you don't want us to offer those anymore, we'll just look at doing something different.
Yeah. So you guys know that I do the 6-pack mystery packs for $100. We could do something that's slightly smaller than that, like a 3-pack for $50.
Yes. So Joanne's asking for scoops. Yes.
Do you want like smaller scoops that are priced a little bit cheaper, or what are you?
So the scoop that you see there on the giveaway is typically what we've done with a $100 scoop.
Yes. So like split that in half, and then that would be like $50.
So at least we have one vote for scoops. We'll keep that in mind.
You guys are gonna lose your minds on this filigree.
I think everybody's just hedging on winning the random one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lori's another taker on, let's say, the smaller size scoop.
Okay.
So it'll be about half of what you see.
Right.
What Corey just showed would be about half of that size. And again, these are not curated.
Smaller scoops would be nice. Candy
they're
said.
Random. They're more random than curated. But we try to mix in. If we pull some, we try to just fill it in with some larger pieces and stuff. So it's definitely always a great value to get them.
It's $50. Joanne said.
Yeah.
Smaller scoops, $50 scoop.
Maybe we'll do
some of that. Yeah.
Next time we'll look at doing that.
I think that sounds good. All right. You're going to lose your minds. I'm going to say it again. This filigree is insane. I was losing my mind yesterday, and I was losing my mind this morning. Because what in the world? Aunt Jean found an amazing filigree here. There it goes. Woo-hoo! Look at that.
And it's concave on the other side, is it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just dapped. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. Connie said half scoop too.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to do that.
Yeah, we'll do some smaller scoops.
Thanks for the feedback, everybody.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. That filigree! What the heck? Look at these earrings that they made. Those are insane. You need a filigree pack. You need one if you're going to buy anything today. It is the filigree pack. It's stunning. And it fits a Rivoli perfectly. And you guys are going to love this technique. You guys are going to love it. There's that little dragonfly I was talking about earlier that I attached to the necklace portion. And then this chain, I also do have this chain. This is gorgeous chain, you guys. This is double. Hold on, let's split it. So I have this chain available in gold and silver as well. So I'm going to pop that up here quickly while I'm getting my stuff together. It's called our fine rope chain. You will get 20 feet for $50. Both gold and silver. That's a pretty chain. Oh, I know. I stinking love it.
That's such a pretty chain.
It's so how does the link terminate
when you cut it? How do you terminate into that
just
link?
Cut it, and it just cuts.
And there's one loop that you can just tie into then?
Yeah.
Because there's multiple loops, right?
Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So gold and silver versions. And there's a larger size of this same exact chain in gold and silver. I'm not putting that up on Carter, but it is available in the live shop.
A thicker size? Yeah,
there's a thicker version of it. But it's so expensive. And it looks super dang expensive.
Worth every penny.
Literally, it's so stinking pretty. And just having that as a solid bracelet with nothing attached to it.
You need to clarify that when you say it's so expensive, it means the appearance.
Oh,
not what it would cost the ladies, but it's just appearance-wise, it's just a very expensive looking chain.
Right, but I mean, they're getting a steal of a deal. Like they would be spending probably 3 times as much if they were to normally buy it like retail versus getting it here.
I don't know. Have we offered this one? I don't know.
I've offered it before. Yeah.
Maybe a while back.
Yeah. We're just bringing it up again. I have Peggy. It's been a minute. Speaking of which, so I did a little TLC on the website in the chain spools category. So I went through and everything that had a variant, whether it was gold and silver, or let's say like gold, silver, and copper, gold, silver, and bronze. For every style of chain, there is one product listing. In that product listing, it will show you the variety of colors that we have for that style of chain. So let's say you click into this style. I believe it's CH0027. So you click into this style, and then in that listing, there will be a gold option and a silver option. So you no longer have to flip through all of the pages to find, a certain color that you're looking for in that style of chain. All of the variants will be in a single listing per chain style, if that makes sense. So go check out the chain spool category in vintageliveshop.com so you guys can see kind of the revamp. And then I'm going to be adding finished jewelry using those things in the product listings for the chain spools too. So you guys can get a good array of what everything looks like. So little TLC happened. So we're going to be improving the website significantly. And I'm so excited for you guys to be shopping like that. Okay, so with that being said, I'm going to go back to this filigree pack up here, cart 113, and then you're also going to be using some F20s, which Jean suggested we offer these to you guys and put them on sale for one of the first times in a pack. So we're actually working on that, Lisa. Yes, Jean and I talked about that this morning, actually. We were bouncing ideas off each other, and she said that it would be cool if we could see all of the plated colors. Instead of it just saying choose options, it maybe will have like a little sampler pick of each of the colors below. We're still working on that, but I really love that suggestion because great minds think alike. We were just chatting about that this morning. Thank you, Monica. You're so sweet. All right, so F20s are actually on sale today. So this is also going to be a pack that you're probably going to purchase if you don't have enough already. But even if you do have enough, it's always good to get them when they're on sale versus when they're not. So take advantage of this item being on sale today. And then we're going to go into the construction of the earrings because it is the same thing for the necklace. All I did was just add a little dragonfly there to the necklace. Hold on, there it goes. So it's the same technique for both the necklace and the earrings, I just added a little tiny dragonfly to the necklace portion. Also, this pink bead, that pink Rivoli, and those 2 blue Rivolis, and then 2 pearls that are, they're smaller than these ones, but those are also all offered in that crystal pack. So, like I said, no brainer on the crystal pack. Must get it. So let's get down to business. Where is my little silicone mat? I'm going to grab out my other one that I cut up. Because you can never have enough. You are right, Peggy. Especially when I know a few of the ladies really stocked up on some Rivolis, so F20s are always great to use. Alright, let's get this beautiful filigree painted up. Cinnabar and hematite. I'm going to hold these up together so you can see the difference. Pretty big difference. It doesn't necessarily look like too much of a difference when it's here, but when you bring up just the raw brass there, it's a pretty big difference. So, and I thought this color was absolutely stunning. Hi, Debbie. You're joining in at a perfect time because these are my favorite earrings ever. Ever, ever. Shake up your cinnabar. I'm going to bring up that other filigree pack one more time. Cinnabar, Cinnabar. We had to write the name on this label. Cinnabar. Can you tell it's my handwriting because it's all in uppercase? I got that from my dad. I'm going to do like 4 drops of Cinnabar. Hematite is next. I'm going to do just 1 nice drop in there, and then we'll see what that looks like before I add any more hematite, because hematite is a darker paint, so you don't necessarily want to add too much at a time. You kind of want to just add a little bit until you figure out your color combo there. Alright, getting a bristle brush. I'm going to mix this up and kind of see what we're working with. So I'm going to need just a tiny bit more cinnabar and a tiny bit more hematite. So it's like every 3 drops of cinnabar, do a nice drop of hematite. Oh yeah. I just love that color. It's like a taupey. Oh, that's stinking gorgeous. Okay. We're gonna flake this on. If you want it on the more pinky reddy side, just a little bit more of that cinnabar. And then if you want it on the more antique-y side, you can do just a little bit more of that hematite. I'm going to kind of poke these holes to make sure I don't have any paint just sticking. Looking good, looking good. That's funny, my dad writes in all caps but really tiny. He sent me a letter in the back of a pink while you were out slip in college once. Yeah, are you part of the generation that did not learn cursive? No, I definitely know cursive, for sure. But my dad always writes in uppercase letters in print, and then I just caught on to that and just did it. But I can do it. So that's gonna dry. I'll take this off my mat actually now. And then, here, I'll even prove it. I'll prove it to ya. While that's drying. It might be. I did like a. I did a cursive. A combination between cursive and print is usually how I normally do it. So like sometimes I'll do like a little cursive-y thing like that where it's the C is connected to the O and the R and then it comes down from the I. But then if I do it slow, Corian.
We used to have to do all caps on the engineering drawings. It was all caps. So I used to write in all caps all the time.
I am terrible at remembering how to do like an uppercase G and stuff like that in cursive.
There's lots of ways.
I know, there are so many ways. Just like the little cursive typeset letters that we have. I'm like, that looks like an I, but it's actually a J.
If you want to see stuff that's really cool, go back and look at images from census documents from the 1900s and stuff, how they cursive. It's really cool. There used to be something called the Palmer method. And everybody that was, let's say, from the 1920s to 40s would have to study that in school, and they all use the same exact lettering for their cursive. You can see it in old documents, federal census documents. If you do family history work, you can see.
Which we know you do a lot of that.
I do a ton of that. Yeah.
So these are 12 millimeter Swarovski Rivolis. So I want to make sure I get that for you. See, Monica and I are twinning. Handwriting has become a combo.
Yeah.
I text in all small letters, no caps. Okay. That's probably nice and dry now. So that's good. I'm going to get my blue Rivoli, 12 millimeter. Grab a filigree, a F20 filigree.
Lynn's mom did Palmer method, yeah. It's beautiful. My grandfather had just amazing handwriting from Palmer method.
Okay. I don't want this to be blurry when I'm doing it, so I'm hoping that this fixes it. Of course, Judy. Okay. So, F20. I want to do this close up so you guys can see it. You're going to take your clippers and right on the top corner, open corner, you're going to make a split. Like that. And you're going to do that on all 4 corners. Split. Corner number 3. Corner number 4. Beautiful. So split all 4 corners of your F20 filigree with your cutters. I'm going to need to actually just probably tie my hair back here because I am getting it in the way. Oh, look how jacked I look right now. Boo muscles.
Yeah, anybody can have a 6-pack. I've got a 1-pack.
That's funny. Alright, I gotta readjust here. I am one of those... Okay, tell me what kind of person you are. Do you like to sit crisscross applesauce? Do you like to sit on your shins? Do you like to, put your feet up on the chair and then have your knees up here for your arms to rest while you're working? I sit in so many different positions because I can't just sit in one position. I have a horrible time with trying to just sit down without moving. So please tell me what kind of person you are. Can you just sit there and work, or do you kind of just move around?
I only sit in the direction my legs will bend.
That's funny. All right, so while you guys are answering that, You're going to come in and you're going to pull up these prongs.
Ooh, a pickleball gal. Good luck, Candy. Have fun.
Bye-bye. I see you later, Candy. I know she'll probably watch the replay, too. Okay. So we're bringing up all of our corners now after we have split. Kimmy says she moves a lot. Me stinking too. So bringing up all those four corners, kind of like you would for normally wrapping filigree. But you're kind of grabbing in a different place than that, so you're only bringing up like this section into the prongs.
Yeah, see, there's another. I don't bend that way anymore. Monica. I don't bend that way.
I always sit with crisscross applesauce. Oh man, I keep bumping this thing.
Except for today, you're sitting like
I was sitting like crisscross applesauce earlier. I know, it's just, it keeps my arms.
Well, plus you don't have to
like balance.
Keep sliding under the table with your legs and all that and stuff.
Right. I firmly sit on my behind. He used to sit on knees, Peggy says.
In movies.
Okay.
Yeah, Kimmy, what do you do? Like upside down headstands, cross-legged movie theaters? She says go to the theater. Sit down!
Oh, yeah.
Down in front.
No, Kimmy, you should go. So we have a theater called Phoenix Theaters, and they have these really big, cushy, heated, reclining chairs. And it is perfect for putting your legs up on and sitting crisscross applesauce. So serious. It's
or whatever
so
else way you sit, upside down.
Yeah.
Sideways, you can lie on them.
Okay, I'm getting sidetracked here. So, now you're going to open up these prongs. So you're going to grab from the inside, pull up, so they're kind of just straight up. Like that. Knee replacements equal limitations.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I sit normal so I don't have to replace my knees.
I'm going to have to replace my knees after playing volleyball and doing triple jump and long jump and snowboarding and...
Mine still kill me from football and basketball.
Yeah, sometimes.
Basketball was worst on my knees, but football wasn't too kind either.
Yeah. No, I've done so many different sports and extreme sports that I don't even know how my knees are still functioning, to be honest. Kieran has some difficulties with his knees, too. All right.
That could be from the skiing and snowboarding stuff, too.
Yeah. And he ran track. Okay, so this is how my prongs are looking on my F20 filigree. I think that's a pretty good view for you guys. You're going to probably first relief this now that it's dry, because it just gives it that much more dimension. Oh, interesting, Lori.
It is more comfortable that way.
So I just added a little bit more dimension just by taking off some of that paint with that relief block. Set your Rivoli in the center of your filigree here, your solid brass filigree. You're going to take your F20. This is going to be just a little bit of work, but trying to get it into the holes is probably the hardest part, but then once you have it, it's a breeze. So I'm going to find whatever holes.
Okay.
You see how I did it?
Mm-hmm. I thought it was two pieces when I first saw it.
So I actually have to bring this one back out here because it kind of bent. Because I pressed too hard. You're going to find the holes.
Just line them up as best you can and then manipulate with the plier.
It's pretty easy to manipulate with your fingers too. Looks like I'm in all those holes already, so. You're going to you'll hear a click sometimes when you know that it's in there and secure. And then I go around the back here, and I'm going to push down on my F20 to get my Rivoli in there, nice and center. Okay. So I'm going to go all the way around the edges because I want my Rivoli to be center, not to be off to one side or off to the other. I want it to mesh nicely within. Like that. Probably do a little more there. I'm putting more pressure on this side of my plier, the tip of my plier, so I don't necessarily bend this other filigree there. So crimping that in. And then you can see my prongs sticking up out the other side there. Like right there, little prongy prong. You're going to take those and you're going to fold those over to secure your F20 and your Rivoli.
Debbie likes everything this week. There's no penalty, Debbie. Get extra credit points for that.
Yep. And remember, if you spend $200, you're getting a free gift either way. So this would probably be a good week to get all of these. How gorgeous is that? Okay, so yeah, we have the earrings. What if I took another pearl and just did like a necklace version of that same earring? I think that would be gorgeous. So, same technique. I probably will make this into a necklace version, but I'm going to add the Dragonfly to this one. It's the same technique for the pink one, but let's add the Dragonfly to this blue one here.
Goodbye to your Social Security.
Hey!
That's hilarious.
I heard, not to get political or anything, but I heard Trump is working on some really good ways of how to bring money back to middle-class Americans. So I'm just crossing my fingers on that.
You don't get tips here.
Because that'll be such a great thing for all of us designers. It would be amazing.
Are you working for tips? They said they want to make those non-taxable.
Yeah. Well, that
and hey, non-taxable too. Non-taxable Social Security would be good for me. I'd like that one.
Well, they want to do no tax on overtime.
Overtime too.
Yeah.
I don't pay you overtime either. Yeah.
Well,
but then again, we don't work you overtime.
Ian does though.
Oh, Ian. Yeah.
Ian would make a freaking killing if it wasn't taxed. But regardless, you know, not to get political or anything, but I'm just looking forward to some better things for America. I hope.
Hang in there. Hang in there.
Hanging in. All right, so I'm gonna bring up that combo pack here.
Peggy, you got it. You got it so right.
Yes.
We worked our whole lives to be able to spend it on what we want to.
Right. So this little Dragonfly comes in this combo pack that has 4 of these Dragonflies and 4 of these 14K gold antique plated over pewter rings, etched rings. Oh, I know. Yes, time will tell.
Yeah, Debbie, it would never pass because it helped too many of us. Oh.
And then we're gonna wrap this little Dragonfly onto here to mimic this necklace. So grab cutters. Grab the cutters. I'm going to make my cut in this corner of the Dragonfly. Because I'm going to separate his antenna from his leg.
That sounds like dissecting.
Yep. We are dissecting this insect. I need to cut this other one though. There it goes. Okay, nice. No, I'm not holding my breath either. It's just something to look forward to in the case that it happens. Yes, right. That's all I'm saying. Just a little bit of hope.
Stop jacking up my property taxes. That'd be great.
Yeah, seriously. Illinois' property taxes are insane.
I bought that house.
We should not be taxed on things that we bought and have purchased.
No, that you've owned for years.
Right.
When you buy them,
well, I'm saying like when you buy your car and you get taxed on that, and then you get taxed on your registration, and then you have to pay your registration every single year, and then you get taxed on gas, you get taxed on groceries. I mean, everything you get taxed on. It's stinky.
What was Stevie Ray Vaughan said? Declare those pennies on your eyes, right? He didn't tax those too. The Taxman. That's a good song.
Yeah. He's a decent dude, I think. He's interesting to listen to.
Who? Stevie Ray Vaughan?
Oh, I thought you were saying Theo.
No, Stevie Ray. He's electric blues artist. He's no longer living.
Sure.
Taxman is a song. And I think actually that was a Beatles song. I think he just redid it. Maybe.
Sticking my antennas through my
Filigree. My ladies, was it the Beatles that did that song, Taxman? Or was it? I know Stevie Ray did it. He probably did a remake on it. Yeah, $900 to own our own cars every year. That's a crime.
It really is, though.
It's absolute crime. That's personal property tax, yeah. What state is that, Debbie? Used to be like that in the Carolinas when I lived there. I'm going to
fold this down.
We just they do registration here instead of personal property tax.
So fold your Dragonfly down after securing your antennas through the filigree, and I'm just going to do a little bit of an up, and you'll see that there's just a tiny bit sticking out there. We'll clip that off at the end. Don't worry. And then we're going to take our needle nose, Virginia.
Yep. Yeah, Stevie Ray was one of my favorites.
That's where my mommy and daddy live. In Virginia.
Yeah, Stevie Ray died not that far from here, Lake Geneva.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The night of a concert, a helicopter accident.
Oh, no.
Yep. Meal tax is 12%. Oh, gosh. Yeah, Nancy and I don't go out to eat anymore. Because she gets tired of me complaining. We go out somewhere. I'm like, I used to pay 99 cents for a Whopper. Now it's like $9.99 for a Whopper. I've been crying about it.
And then the stinking tipping. The tipping.
Well, automatic 20% or something.
Wait, what? No. Give me phenomenal service and I will give you a 20% tip. But they started doing it where the minimum was like 25%.
Yeah, forget you.
And I'm like, no.
And you can do that yourself. If I always think that I'm paying the server, right? I don't, even if the food wasn't that good, they do a great job. I pay the server.
Right, exactly.
They're really struggling to get by, right, in these jobs.
Right.
So you pay the server, but you should have the choice, not have it automatically.
And I always do cash. And I give it direct to the server so it doesn't go to anybody else. It doesn't get split between, 10 different servers. It goes to my server. I mean... Yeah,
Debbie, Leonard Skinner, they also had a plane crash down by Greenville, South Carolina when they lost several of their members.
Anybody that complains or not necessarily complains, but is in favor of what the tipping quote unquote standards are.
State taxes or sales taxes and most of
They should not be upset at me for giving you
Papa
a 10 or 15% tip. Like, talk to your employers should be paying you a living wage. It's like not my job, right? It's not my job to make sure that your paycheck is coming. It's your boss's job.
Corian, tell us how you really feel.
Well,
you have.
If you really want to know, no.
You have a sister who's doing that right now, still, right?
Exactly.
She does a good job, though.
Carson serves. My little sister serves, and she has the same mentality that I do. So it's not like I'm just hating on servers over here. I'm not, because I do appreciate them. But it's like
they need to earn.
We're like Walmart, where you have to bag your own bags.
They need to earn it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I love the tipping at a carryout place. Like, what?
I'm a
no,
little
I don't think so.
Opinionated, but it's okay. I'm not dissing on anybody that does want to tip, or is.
What was it?
Or
not Pancheros.
Adobos.
Oh. They've got a tip thing right there at the carryout at the register. I'm
yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah, they have one. They do it through the drive-thru
I even have to pour my own drink over there. That looked like an eyeball for a minute.
With the blue and the white?
Yeah, it looked like an eyeball.
I didn't even notice that. I'm just gonna kind of experiment with this a little bit. Thanks for agreeing, Chris. You guys don't have to agree with me. I am totally open to everybody having their own opinions. Oh, wow, that's a pretty color. I want to do it just a little bit differently than the color that's in there, so it kind of stands out.
I mean, I can't really remember those days of going out and getting 2 Whoppers because it cost me less than $2.
Yeah.
That was quite the deal back in the day. Now we just eat at home. Our food's better. We cook our own better meals and everything's like.
See,
going out, I'm always disappointed now.
See, their employers should be doing that, though. You know what I mean? Like, it stinks. But, there are a million different jobs to choose from, too.
Yeah, waiting staff is paid. They have their own minimum wage standard for tip
yes,
servers.
Lisa.
They do.
How does
they
that
don't
look?
Get minimum wage plus. It's below minimum.
Yes.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
But if they don't get that, then I'm almost certain that their employer is required to make that up.
Yeah, Lisa. Yeah, it used to be when those were jobs that people would flow through when they're in high school.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, now they've made them into, you're making
career jobs,
$30,000-$40,000 to take orders at McDonald's.
Yeah, no, there needs to be opportunities for high schoolers where they can do part-time, and make enough to be able to pay for a car and insurance, maybe their phone, but it's not supposed to be. I can't even say that, but you know what I mean.
Should be a stepping stone.
All right, voila. I think we have completed our demo for today. So we're gonna probably do that giveaway here shortly. So I'm just gonna pop this up one more time.
Wow, still $2.25 in Ohio for. I would have thought that had been doubled by now.
Oh yeah.
For servers, that's really low. Wow. So just come here and get good deals like this, right?
Yes. The combo pack Janet includes 4 of these little dragonflies and 4 of these rings. So 4 tiny dragonflies and 4 rings. Pop this up again. Go full screen.
Remember to get your hearts in. When are we going to do the wear it and share it?
We'll probably do that right after showing this.
Okay.
So we're going to do the look.
Get your loves in.
I'm going to probably pop up that message a few more times. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Okay. So we have a few things that we have to put on today.
You have to put on the resin tool.
Yes. I'm going to hang that from my neck. No, I'm going to hang one tool on one earring and another tool on the other earring. So I didn't clasp this one, but this is
Cindy.
so
Well,
beautiful.
Cindy made it in time for the wear, the demonstration.
It's okay. You can watch the replay because there was a lot of really cool techniques and new things that we did today. So take a peek at that. I'm probably gonna.
That's really pretty.
Bring this down here a little bit.
That's a really pretty piece. Yeah.
Yeah, that's stunning. You'll give you a shot up my nose. Hopefully not. So I thought this one would be pretty vertically, like how I have it on now. Turn this way. Or if you were to do it as a horizontal piece.
Combo pack sold out, Janet says.
Oh, dang. Sorry, I don't have any more of those rings. So I thought that would be cool. Today was a long one, but it was a good one, and I'm glad that Uncle Doug got to demo that spatula tool set.
That's right.
The spatula tool set. Alright, make sure that I have everything. So that was a necklace. This is a necklace. No, I appreciate you guys for sticking with me through these long lives. I really do. Okay. I can't look at it in the camera. I have to look at it just normally. Let's go in this way. There we go. This one I made a little too long for my shirt today. So beautiful. And I love this chain. This is that fine rope chain. Gorgeous. Because I know you guys like seeing them at a distance and close up. So we have that one. So necklace.
Sombrero. A very pretty sombrero.
I'm going to do bracelet and bracelet.
Lori's a fan of the long lives. Well, I'm glad you hang in there with us. It's a passion, and hopefully there's a lot of great techniques. We love the feedback we get.
Yes.
We love the ideas and tips that everybody shares. We're glad that people feel comfortable sharing, and sometimes sharing stuff that we don't normally share, like our opinions on taxes and things like that.
But it's fun to have like real life conversation outside of just jewelry demo after jewelry demo. It's nice to have a little bit of variety, and that's how I get to know you ladies. It's how I get to know your styles and what you do outside of work and outside of jewelry making, because I know you ladies have lives, even though 98% of it might be filled with vintage. Oh, that dragonfly necklace or bracelet is adorable. Alright, slider bead necklace. I try my hardest to find something new to teach you guys every week. Which, it's hard sometimes. It's hard. But I don't think I've failed to do that quite yet, so... Guys. Ooh, look at the back. And then from the side, you get the little dangle. Just like that. Oh my gosh. It is so gorgeous. I like the food talk, Lori says. What are you having for dinner, Lori? Give me some ideas. Maybe we might make some burgers or something.
I'm making
steak burgers.
I'm doing homemade pizza this weekend.
I just
I
ate
do that a couple
Tombstone
weeks.
pizza
Oh,
last night.
Tombstone.
Oh, yeah.
You and Ian need to come over. I'll make pizzas. You should do that.
Ian is a homebody.
So, come to my home.
He's like a Kieran.
He can be a homebody at my home.
He's like a Kieran, where
visit
he
your
doesn't
uncle.
like going anywhere.
Gotta come visit your uncle.
I know, I have to go get that jade plant.
Yes.
But I need to grab soil for that. I have a pot already for it. I just need to do that. Oh! So cute! I think it helps with my face half cut off because then it focuses on the jewelry more. I'm just holding this.
Sherry, doing law. Continue, Ed. This was more fun. Yes, we hope so.
I hope so. Oh my goodness. That's like the only type of steak burgers we make are the steak smash burgers.
Oh, Nancy makes smash burgers like every other day.
They're so good.
She makes the Big Mac sauce she puts on them and stuff. Oh, wow. Well, we got one of those Blackstones.
Smash burgers.
Well, she just loves the Blackstone.
Oh, yeah. Ian has a Blackstone. And then we have the Traeger smoker that he did his brisket with and whatnot, which was super cool. Okay, so I think that was all the bracelets and all the necklaces. Last we have to do are the earrings. And I'm going to pop this up one more time.
Remember to love the video to be considered for the freebie, the giveaway.
This one. Just so you guys can really see how big that is.
Love the video. If you're randomly chosen, make a purchase today or before we went, like within the next couple days at least.
Yeah.
Before it's time to ship, and you will qualify. If the winner does not claim the free, we'll have another one for next week like we did today. So we had 2 big ones today.
Oh, wow.
But don't let that happen. If you win it today, make sure you make a purchase and claim it for your own.
These earrings are insane. I'm so sad that I don't even think I'm going to be able to get a pair. Because I have to take this off and use this for another person. Because I don't have a whole bunch. So I won't even get a pair of these on myself. Oh, I'm so sad.
Debbie, you can get one of the low-end Blackstones. You don't have to get the ones that are like 10 feet long.
Right.
There's the
smaller
ones.
They sell some for like $300 at Walmart.
The smaller ones work just as well, unless you're going to entertain 100 people or something and you need tons of service. You don't need it.
And then these. These are so beautiful. Actually, I might even be able to put this one in. Hold on. Because I think I got this one in. I just couldn't get the marquee one in.
Should have hit him up on Mother's Day for a Blackstone. Oh, no. Get him one for Father's Day.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way to do it. It's like Nancy got me a John Deere lawnmower for Father's Day one year.
Oh, really?
I've never been on it.
Oh, jeez.
She loves it so much.
That's funny.
No, I do get on it to mow the difficult spots.
There, that's a good view.
Just want the small one. Working on it. Good deal, Debbie. Don't give up. Keep the faith. You'll get one.
Love it, love it, love it.
Favorite earrings. Yeah, look at those.
So
They're pretty.
Gets me excited. All right. Giveaway time. Since I believe that was...
Everybody get their
all of them.
Their live loves in. You get your loves, your video love.
You can do...
Where's this thing?
Your
that up there.
Blank canvas. And make some really pretty, like, rectangle dangle earrings. Rectangle dangle. Rectangle dangle.
Dangle-y.
That's fun. Or do like
a rectangle, you can call it. Right?
A rectangle-y?
A rectangle.
Or a rectangle. Haha, I like that. Or you can make like a really pretty like long necklace or something. Something cute, but I needed to show that too.
Oh, you can show that one too? The spatula.
Spatula set earrings, you guys.
Show it on the table. You know, show how
Yes.
how it works.
All right. I'm going to show how this goes. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind holding that.
Whoop, right on. Put it in the resin UV lamp. Bring it out.
Whoop.
Oh, wait, that's painted and I want to move it. What do I do?
Whoop.
Oh, okay, we can move it over there. Perfect.
That was so cutesy. Okay.
Oh, that was fun.
So there's that
A lot of fun
massive giveaway. I'm actually going to dump it into this bag so they can see how much is in the bag. Or what it looks like in the bag because it's actually crazy.
You want to...
Maybe just...
Yeah, it's not the easiest. This might not be the easiest pour here. Let's get something cool.
Like a long bin?
Here's some, while I'm doing that here, here's some future giveaways.
Okay.
Future kits for next upcoming lives.
So next week and probably some following more weeks, we have a few more kitty giveaways that we're going to be doing. So always come to the warehouse lives because we're just ramping up. We're just getting started. I know we've been doing this for maybe a year consistently now on the warehouse side, but now I'm getting creative. So I'm getting creative on how we do listings and
it's not sealed. Things
like that. Okay. What the heck? That is heavy. That is so much. And that's a 6x6 bag.
Yeah. And we're going to do $50 scoops.
Yes.
Going forward.
$50 scoops sound good to me. Hope they sound good to all of you, ladies. All right. So to enter the giveaway, all you do is love the live, and then you claim your giveaway by making a purchase, and then we ship it to you.
And we try to, if you've won one already, and if we can remember it, we'd like to do a try someone else.
I'm gonna keep my head up there, weird. And then my neck connects.
Oh my gosh, that's so weird. All right. No, if we're gonna try to give others a chance, so if you've already won, we'll probably do another drawing. But it's random.
Yeah.
Want to make sure everybody gets a chance. We're gonna refresh this one more time.
So it looks like we're getting some loves in.
Get our loves in. 60. All right, here we go. Here we go. 60.
All right, you have a 1 in 42 chance.
All right.
To get in this, and we're gonna scroll all the way down.
Make sure they're all loaded in there.
Mm-hmm. All right, looks like we're all loaded up.
Okay.
Are there still more hearts coming in?
There maybe there. Let's see.
I'm gonna refresh it one more time, and that's it. One more. Uno más. Okay, 1 in 42 chance.
So we did get a couple more right.
All those people, there's 19 people that just liked the video.
You gotta pull it down now.
You have to
reload this.
Love the video to be entered into the giveaway. Just a heads up in case you haven't done that. But I'm not refreshing it again. Sorry.
All right.
Ready?
Stop.
Gail Spodek, you have won this massive giveaway today. So I'm probably sure you've probably already bought something anyway too. So remember, you guys, if somebody doesn't claim the giveaway, we do a giveaway. We do that same giveaway the following week.
How's SPOD?
You put a Z in there.
SPO.
If you just do an at sign.
Oh, at. Okay.
Yeah. You might have to just see the. You might just have to go back into the likes and loves. because I want to
I'll
make
find
sure
it. There it is, Spodek. Okay, Gail Spodek. ECK.
Winner, winner.
So we had a lot of winners today, didn't we? Man, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 giveaways today. That's a lot. We would have had 4, but no one claimed the big giveaway from last week.
Right.
So we had 5. So
Nice, nice.
wow, very good.
I spelled that right? Spodek.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice. So, hopefully, they will see that, and if not, I can probably just send them a quick email because I do have their information. That's a lot of giveaway. A lot of fun giveaway, though. Thanks so much, you guys. It was so fun. We made a ton of really amazing jewelry. We wrapped using filigree and a green cab. We did the new offering of textured blanks. More filigree wrapping with F20s. We did some wrapping metal on metal with the dragonflies. We created our own leather bracelet by hand. We did some gorgeous filigree wrapping with earrings. We did our make our own blanks and our utensil set.
Spatula.
Our spatula set. I'm trying to see if we did some earring kits too.
Sheesh. No wonder this was long.
Well,
You deserve a good long weekend.
I do.
Yes.
I do. All right. That was a big day, you guys. That's kind of like an overview of our day today. That's a lot of jewelry.
Good job.
Good job to you. You
great.
did a good job on your first live demo.
Well, I saw the numbers drop rapidly
Oh,
when I started
whatever.
doing it. So.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, we hope that you ladies and or men have some wonderful have a wonderful weekend. Because it's Friday.
It is.
And I haven't seen you guys for a while because Ian was healing and everything else, which he's doing great now. He's doing really good. He's still got a little bit, to go, obviously, because it takes like 6 to 8 weeks for you to heal from that, but he's starting to move around on his own, so that's really good. And thank you for everybody who was thinking of us during that time. I got a lot of emails that were super amazing and super sweet. But with that being said, be on the lookout for the release on Monday. That's
Antiquing.
so exciting.
It's amazing.
That is what
Do
it
not
is?
Miss.
Antiquing. So that'll be fun. I know Ainsley and Jean will do a super cool
We launched that product line.
demo for that.
Yep.
So I think that's it. We will talk to you